I'm Kaylee, and I'm finally ready to talk about Mariah Edgeworth's Belinda. I read this book weeks ago and then spent about a week just thinking it through, and then it took me another week to finally write my review. So now, after quite a lot of thought, I'm finally ready to share what did I really think about Belinda. Before we dive in, make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you love classic books. And be sure to follow me over on Instagram and Storygraph and Goodreads and all the places. In this story, Belinda's aunt sends her to stay with Lady Delacour, the most popular lady in all of London, hoping that Belinda will meet lots of wealthy young men and make a brilliant match. Although Lady Delacour spends her nights at various sparkling high society events, her days are full of misery and despair. Belinda discovers that there is a rift between Lord and Lady Delacour, and Lady Delacour is hiding a terrible secret. Belinda's sweet and serious nature inspires those around her to look for more in life than the next glittering ball or dinner party. She doesn't lecture or condemn, but she just stands with quiet strength and compassion, which causes others to think more carefully about their own life choices. Through Belinda's influence, Lady Delacour starts on a road of personal introspection, mourning her past mistakes and attempting to make better decisions in the future. But she worries that her repentance might be too little and too late. I was really inspired by Lady Delacour's humility and courage to try to change the course of her life, and I loved her flamboyant personality. Belinda meets two charming young men, Clarence Hervey, a man of high fashion, and Mr. Vincent, a Creole gentleman under the tutelage of a highly respected and serious family, the Percivals. So Belinda trusts the Percivals implicitly, relying on their good sense and reason to guide her. But she isn't sure if she cares for Mr. Vincent in the same way that he loves her. Clarence Hervey is charming and intelligent and altogether impressive, but Belinda does not think she can entrust her future happiness to a man who is so unreliable. His behavior toward her is hot and cold, and she comes to the conclusion he must not really love her, but just enjoys flirting. Somehow, Belinda must carefully observe the personalities of these two men and determine whether one of them could make her happy. The plot is full of drama and suspense and mystery, and there are lots of little plot threads that go weaving around various secondary characters until it all comes back to Belinda in the end. It was so satisfying to see those little mysteries resolved and see the part that each person plays in the overall story. I really liked Belinda's character. She independently decides for herself. She relies on her own intuition and common sense, even when a lot of people are bombarding her with advice. I loved that she learns prudence from seeing the imprudent behavior of other people. She has this quiet intensity that everyone notices and admires. The reason it took me so long to write my review is because I have really mixed feelings about Clarence Hervey. He has a wild and dissipated life in the beginning, but after a near-death experience when none of his fancy society friends lift a finger to help him, he breaks off contact with his old friends. He finds better friends among more serious people like scientists and scholars and doctors. So his character development is very strong. But I still felt that he was just really foolish at times. And he struggles with the consequences of his past mistakes. He tries to make it right and do the honorable thing. But he is just such an idiot that he bungles everything. For a super intelligent guy, he can be really dumb sometimes. And he just doesn't deserve Belinda. I found it interesting that Belinda is navigating all the temptations and the pitfalls of high society. And all around her, she sees others who have weak morals and poor judgment. So she takes those lessons to heart and develops her own wisdom and strong character, despite all the flattery and flirtation that might drag her off course. Because she is kind of swimming against the current of society, this gives her some difficult and lonely times, but she remains firm in her resolution to keep herself unstained by the world. I really admired her courage in the face of so much opposition from her peers. She has this inner tranquility that sustains her, even when an emotional storm comes. The writing just sparkles on every page. The dialogue is witty and clever, and so much of the story is really hilarious. Even in a serious scene, there'll be like this one brilliant line that made me laugh. And I truly cared about the characters. I was on the edge of my seat with all this exciting drama. Everything about this book is so enchanting, and I gave it 4.5 stars. Please leave me a comment and let me know. Have you read Belinda? Did you like it? Have you read other books from Mariah Edgeworth? Or just let us know what is one of your favorite classics that you've been reading recently. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.